My graduation was delayed by a year because I stopped in the middle of COVID. A big reason for that was the pressure that I put on myself to succeed, to excel, and to never make mistakes, as if any of that junk was important. All that pressure gave me was burnout and resentment. Most of it was self-inflicted. I stopped showing up for classes. I couldn't accomplish any work because nothing I did was ever good enough. And I was terrified of the expectations that people had for me, expectations that I had for myself. At some point, I started feeling like if I did well, then that was just the bare minimum. And if I did poorly, then that was unacceptable failure. Charlang. It took me a long time and a lot of work to get over that feeling. But what I got out of that experience was this. I wish that I was more forgiving to myself. I am extremely grateful to have parents who taught me that lesson. In all my life, despite me chasing academic excellence, they have never burdened me with expectations of success. I have never heard them say, you should be honors, you should be cum laude, you should succeed so that we can show you off. Never have I heard that once, not once in my life. And I don't think I've expressed to them yet how much the lack of expectations has freed my heart. So a huge thank you to my mother and father. I strongly believe that people can do better when they do so without expectations. When they're given space to succeed and fail and explore and learn. When they're free to experiment and to play. When being wrong is worthy of celebration like being right. Because making mistakes means you're actively engaged in the process of learning. Mistakes mean you're curious about the world and you are trying to understand it, even if it's far more complicated than any of us could ever hope to comprehend. The only way you could avoid mistakes is if you never challenge yourself, never expand your horizons, and never reach your potential. I'm grateful to be valedictorian, but I don't think this will matter in 10 years, or even 5 years, maybe 1 year. Don't make my mistakes. Don't do things out of expectations or pressure or fear of failure. Do things because they bring you fulfillment. Whatever it is you'll do next, do what you can and learn from what you can't. Be open to your failure.